Hello, my loves, and welcome to readings for the week of September 26th. This is part 2, so here we have Libra through Pisces. If you're looking for the other signs, be sure to go on my channel and check out part 1. If you like what I do, like, share, comment, subscribe, check out my website, book a reading. You already know the drill. All right, we're about to do Libra. One card just flew out the deck. And I'm not gonna lie, like that happens a lot for me in like individual readings, but never in these. So now I'm like super curious what that one is. All right, let's see what our Libra needs this week. What guidance, what messages. This is the one that flew out. 8 power card. I love that for Libra. All right, the other two. This is like, shuffle is a mess for me. What's going on? Okay, patience. Love it. And hope. Libra. All right. You have been really working on your self-worth, like really pushing yourself through challenges, trying to not self-sabotage, trying to not stay stuck where you are, trying to improve your relationships. I feel like there's been a lot of effort where there used to be a lot of avoidance, okay? And that's something Spirit wants you to acknowledge, because I feel like you're getting in your head, you're kind of pissed you're not this fucking dog. You're kind of pissed you're not like more ahead or in a different spot. Like, why? You know, the patience is the biggest thing coming up for me. Like, to continue to push forward and have patience. Like, you've planted seeds, they need time to grow, right? You're not overnight gonna have all the results of what you've been doing. Because think about, for a while you have not really exercised the most confidence, and we're kind of more in an avoidant mode. So now that you are addressing things and moving forward and working on things, it like the universe just needs time to catch up, okay? So continue to exercise hope. This card is a reminder that in darkness we want to continue to look for the light in things, to continue to move forward, to know that this is just a dark time, not a dark lifetime, okay? So your entire life and the entirety of your life will not be like this. All the challenges that you're facing and really having to look at yourself in the mirror and deal with shit that you haven't dealt with, this is not a forever thing. Like, yes, we're always going to be doing healing work, but these like lows that you've been feeling are not a forever thing, Libra. So it's your season too. So enjoy yourself a little bit this season. You know, it's not all about the work all the time. All right, let's get into Scorpio. Let's see what Spirit has for Scorpio this week. What guidance, what messages we might have. I feel like there's dogs literally barking from every corner of this fucking yard. I can't deal with it. All right, Scorpio. Ooh, flopping cards. We have the Truth card, 20. 5, Wisdom. Okay. 9, Suffering and Silence. So relationship comes right up for me. Right around. I'm okay. Everything's fine. Romantic relationship comes up for me right away. There's maybe like new information coming up between the two of you, or just kind of like a big roadblock or cycle that's been repeating. Something that's kind of like coming to head. It's been bubbling up. It's very frustrating. You are getting to this point where you're like, this can't be ignored anymore. We clearly need to deal with this in some fashion to move forward, okay? So I feel like this week is going to be challenging for you. You're going to have things that you have to deal with that you don't necessarily want to deal with. And the 5 card, Wisdom, this is like, you know, just reminding you everything you're going through is to teach you a lesson. I know that sucks ass to hear sometimes, but to also be mindful of different people coming into your life at this time, or different teachers. So if you're drawn to somebody in a spiritual practice, in a healing practice, a therapist, this could be conventional, this could be non-conventional. Go where you are led. Go to those who you're drawn to. Literally, there's a reason you're drawn to certain people. They might have lessons for you. They might point you in a different direction. They might just kind of like reaffirm, give you a different perspective, whatever it might be. And then the Suffering and Silence, like, this week you literally are going to need your people, so do not be stubborn and like hide that shit. I know you're a Scorpio, but like lean on the ones that you feel comfortable leaning on, because you don't have to carry this emotional weight on your own, Scorpio, and there are people out there that would love to help you. And there's also like a big question as to like, why you feel like you'd be burdening people by bringing these things up, or why you don't feel like you're worthy of being able to like lean on people, or you don't want to waste their time with your shit. Like, the people that love you don't care about that. Like, they want to help you, they want to be there for you. So yeah, you're not a bother at all. All right, next we have Sagittarius. Let's see what Spirit has for Sagittarius this week. What guidance, what messages. For a little Saggy. All right, we have throat shock. What the hell? Throat chakra. Everything's fine. Mental conflict, okay. And positive movement forward. All right, this is getting better. I like this. This is like our card of the week, I think. So, Sag, I am seeing conflict resolution. I like it. Especially we have the mental conflict, throat chakra. So whatever you're like constantly thinking about, I feel like you're ruminating about some shit that you're not really vocalizing, or maybe you're not vocalizing in a, I don't want to say assertive way, but I feel like you might be being kind of like passive aggressive with it, or like hinting at it, but you're not straight up like, hey, I need XYZ, or hey, I feel XYZ. Like, literally just say it. There doesn't have to be a build up. I feel like you're anticipating like a bad reaction or something, and the person is like not gonna have one. I feel like it's gonna be way less, like it's gonna be so underwhelming, the reaction, and it's like more so in your head. I'm not trying to be like, oh, you're just fucking all in your head and like delusional about it. We all do that. We overthink. But I am seeing that you're like basing what this conversation might be based on like past drama, even though this is not the same person. Like, this is a completely different person. So definitely like vocalize how you're feeling. Keep it short, simple, concise. That's it. And expect the best outcome, because you really, I mean, the mental conflict number 2 is also like being like, make a choice, literally do something, because you're stuck in your head, because you're not moving the energy throughout the rest of you, right? So this energy wants to move and flow freely, and you're just like stopping it by like constantly living in these upper chakras. And if you're constantly also feeling like you're always in your head a lot, that's probably because you're ungrounded, right? So when our root chakra, sacral, solar, any of those are out of balance, or there's a blockage there, our energy tends to stay in our upper chakras. So that's where we're going to overthink. That's where we're going to get anxiety, because we're not living and rooted in these lower chakras. So while, you know, Spirit is like, let's talk things out. Let's get things off your chest. Let's open up this throat chakra. Maybe an overall chakra meditation would be really helpful for you to kind of balance out those energies overall. All right. Next we got Capricorn. Let's see what Spirit has for Capricorn this week. What guidance, what messages we got. Cap Daddy. Oh, I'm getting a little hot now with the sun. All right, Caps. Caps are real. Memories of love, 6. Oh, use a mushy bitch this week. Oh, 9s. I'm dead. 7, patience and planning. Okay, Cap. I feel like there's some like internal mush going on here. Like, you're getting a little mush on me, which is not normal for you. I mean, I feel like, let's be real, it's been there this whole time, but maybe not outwardly. So I'm seeing a lot of reminiscing this week, a lot of nostalgia, old memories, this isn't just memories of like love and like a relationship, partnership sort of way, but it could be memories from your childhood or an old friendship. So either way, this has really been coming up for you a lot, and not really in a stressful way, but just reminiscing, and also kind of wanting to like reincorporate some of those feelings in your life, and maybe even for some of you reaching back out to that person or people that you are thinking about reconnecting. And it could just be kind of like a short, simple thing, or really like rebuilding a relationship that is no longer. What Spirit does want you to take some time on this. So carve out the time in solitude to slow down, to get clear about what your intentions are, and maybe why you and this person have drifted in the first place, like where things kind of have become distant, and maybe the role that you have played in co-creating that dynamic. Is this really something you do want to invite back into your space? How can you also get this feeling not from this person, right? If they're maybe not open to it or non-responsive, how can you create that feeling in your everyday life on your own or with other people, okay? And then having the patience and planning. So, realizing that once you finally get clear about what it is that you want, being patient, that other people might not always respond how you want or be as eager and willing, but that sometimes people just need some time, right? If you're taking time on your end before you even reach out and get to this point, then you can imagine when you do reach out that this person might also need their own time and their own way, because everybody works differently. So just try to be open to that. I do feel like there is a lot of heart center activation happening for you right now though, Cap, and I am loving that for you. All right, next up we have Aquarius. Let's see what Spirit has for Aquarius this week. What guidance, what messages for our little Aquarius. Yo, fuck this though. Okay, deception and envy. What's going on here? Again, material and spiritual prosperity and mental conflict. Okay. Aquarius. So there is definitely a lot of frustration coming up for me this week. We have deception and envy. So I feel like this is also kind of deceiving yourself. Like you're doing shit you don't want to do, or you're hanging out with people you don't want to hang out with. Like there's definitely a misalignment here, where people that you're like hanging out with are kind of like painting a picture or front, and it's not necessarily genuine to who they are. So definitely be mindful if you get a feeling this week, a gut feeling about someone, if you're not feeling like this person is great for you or aligned with you, that's not something you want to be ignoring this week, okay? You are coming into a period of having less money worries. So if you've been stressed about money and finances, that's going to kind of clear up for you. I feel like you just kind of get to this point mentally where you're like, I need to stop giving this so much of my time and energy. Like, how is that even constructive and helping? So there's kind of like a mindset shift here where you're beginning to think about like, okay, what can I do and how can I use my mind creatively to come to resolutions instead of just using it to stress about things, right? Because that's not helping me at all. Like, I am safe, I am present, I am cared for. I could use a little more money. So how am I going to do that? What are good solutions for me? What are good options, right? So you're more brainstorming. But there will definitely be mental conflict this week. So I feel like that's more toward the end of the week that you just get to this breaking point mentally where you're like, I need to reassess how I'm thinking about these things because it's really not working. All right. And last but not least, as the sun is blasting my face, we have Pisces. Let's see what Spirit has for Pisces this week. What guidance, what messages. Oh my God. Okay, Pisces. Ooh, that was like the biggest deck split ever. All right. 1, awareness. Love it. 4, foundation and achievements. And 2, intuition. Okay, there's like a lot of Spirit calling you into your third eye space, into working on your connection to Spirit, God, whatever it is that you believe in. I feel this like overall kind of heaviness coming from you. So I don't know if you've been like really dreading certain things or putting a lot of weight and pressure on certain things. And the quote comes up for me right away, like, I don't even remember exactly how the fucking quote goes, but it's about when everything feels heavy, your mind needs to become lighter. Like you're thinking so heavy, not everything is heavy, go lighter. Like, you know, thinking about things and dreading things in such a negative way is not going to help you. It's just like compiling on top of like a maybe already stressful situation. So it's going to be very important that you take the time to slow down, you take the time to check in this week, that you're really, really prioritizing your mental health and emotional and spiritual health, okay? Because you also have 4 foundation achievements, and this is like a beautiful card. So Spirit is like, in the physical world, you are obtaining the things that you do want. You might be building a family. Some of us might be having babies, getting married right now. So you are building upon the things that you really want. I feel like you're also coming into like a brand new chapter of your life. So some of us, I'm even seeing like retiring, just like a whole new stage of like being. So with that comes the uncomfortability of change, of course, but that is why we are called back in. We are called back into creating that foundation in ourselves, so that as things change around us, it is not as overwhelming, because we can always go back to ourselves and know that that is like a firm and solid place for us. So that's definitely going to be where you're called this week, Pisces. But that is the end for this week's readings. If you like what I do, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Check out my bio below, description below, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. If not, I will see y'all next week. Take care.